Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your Wednesday Wisdom with Spirit, where I will tune into Spirit through mediumship or channeling and see what the message is. So if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for checking it out. I'm just going to take a moment to tune in. I will be quiet for just a couple moments. And I'm really curious what Spirit has to share today. We're in this really neat kind of breath of fresh air energy this week. And it's kind of like giving us a little bit of a break before we go into the energy of March, which astrologically has a lot happening. And it also has the eclipse season, right? So eclipses are very transformational times as well. So we're getting this kind of like breath of fresh air, this repose is what Spirit is saying. So I'm curious to tune in to see what they have to share. So just hold on one second. Okay, this is interesting. This is coming from my council. The first thing they're mentioning is this time right now, this kind of repose, as they call it, is a time to get stuff done. Do not delay. If you have things like a list of things you need to do or a list of kind of creative projects that you've been trying to start but haven't quite been able to find the footing to start it, now is the time to do it and get as much accomplished before eclipse season. They're reminding me Mercury goes retrograde as well in March. And I believe Venus goes retrograde as well. I don't count me. Don't. Venus? I think Venus. Right now, though, is this really like it's clear waters, clear sailing, like calm waters, right? So it's a really great time to start something new. And they're showing me the imagery of like, say it's your first time on a paddleboard and you're on a lake, you ideally want to go your first time on the calm waters, right? You don't want to go when it's choppy out because you're less stable. It's new beginnings, new footings. So whatever new you're creating right now is a really fruitful, fertile, they are saying, time to bring that energy forward, okay? Bring that creation forward. There's something else here. Okay, they're also showing me with whatever it is you're creating right now, they're saying be willing to adjust which things go where. And they're showing me 3 blocks. And each block is a different color. Let's just say blue, yellow, and red, okay? Now, you may have been creating something that has yellow in front and blue and red behind, right? They're saying be willing to adjust which blocks are leading right now because the clarity that you have right now is really setting a strong foundation. So don't delay on utilizing the clarity you're getting right now. The clarity you're getting right now is so, so important. Okay, so be willing to adjust the blocks to your foundation however you need. They're also saying take time for fun right now. We know that that's a constant message from Spirit. Balance out your life with fun. The fun is going to help you keep yourself, they're saying, in the fast lane in this energy, meaning in this beautiful pocket of time that we have right now, you can get a lot done, right? You can stay in the fast lane and accomplish a lot if you keep joy in your life. Joy is one of the greatest contributors to that high vibe energy. This is really interesting too, I have to say. I think there's not a new energy, but there are many in my council, and the one that's coming forward right now is not one that normally comes forward. Usually it's the 3 guides of the light. Sometimes it's Shaham, especially if it's Galactic Thursday. It can be my personal lifetime guide, but this one is different. She doesn't come through as often, and that's why it's a little bit more choppy. It's beautiful, really, when it comes through, and I love when they step forward in their own energy because it's time for her to share as well. And she's saying she's going to be bringing through more ancient soul wisdom as we carry on down our path too. So we're going to hear from her more often. When I asked her, I'm like, where are you from? Where can I say you're from? How can I describe you better? And she's like, I'm from the Isles of Avalon, which is interesting because I just talked about Avalon and cosmic consciousness last week. about the energetics of Mother Earth. So she's deeply connected to Mother Earth. Avalon is this kind of energetic, dimensional space of higher consciousness on the planet. Interesting. We're going to hear more from her. That's very cool. Okay. There's more coming in. Hold on. Okay. They're also saying, this is my whole council, they're also saying it's important to take stock of where you are at regular intervals. So as we progress through these changes this year, like pausing, even if it's once a month, maybe it's every full moon and every new moon. So it's every 2 weeks. You pause, you take stock of what you've accomplished. You take stock of what you've released. Take stock of where you're at emotionally or energetically. Like keep a good log, they're saying, of where you're at, so you can become really refined in what you do, how you use your energetics, how you move forward. And it's all about taking that pause and tuning into self and being like, where are we at? How are we feeling today? What's working? What's not working? And you do that in all aspects of your life. They're saying it's really beneficial because you become a really refined machine when you tune in and you pay attention to those things. So that's something to be said. And then lastly, they're also saying this time right now, this pause, this repose, is a very wish-fulfilling time. So for many of you that have been feeling like you've been waiting for your thing to come in, your ship to come in, your synchronistic things to come together, this is a very, very synchronistic time for wishes to be fulfilled, for the work that you've done to pay off in some form. So really open your mind to what that can look like, okay? Really open your mind. And the reason why I say it is I remember I learned this really beautiful lesson. So when I was younger, I wanted to sing, I wanted to be a singer. That was the thing that I was going to do. So then I followed that path. And my dreams were to sing an award show, to win an award, to be on the radio, and to have a music video. Like these were things that I wanted to do. Like I will know I made it if these things happen. And what's interesting is I was able to actually accomplish all of those things, but they were on a smaller scale, right? It was the BC Country Music Awards, and it was a humanitarian award that I won for, touring with the group that would go and perform for the troops, the American, Canadian, NATO, multinational troops around the world. I got to perform in an award show. I got to have a music video that we made, and the money went to the fallen soldiers. Like, I got to do all the things that I wanted to do, not in the same scale as I thought, but it wasn't any less fulfilling. And the reason why I share that is because sometimes the way in which we're meant to accomplish something is not the way in which we think. And if we don't stop and take stock of that, like if I just stayed in the route of like, well, I haven't signed this record deal, I haven't done this, I would think of all the things I hadn't done. But really, when I thought about what my wishes were, I actually accomplished them all. And the moment in which I realized I accomplished them all, I was like, I think my journey is complete in this industry. It was a really weird sensation, but it was this like accomplishment. So I say that because as these wishes are coming in for you now, notice how they're coming in. Don't ignore the way in which they're coming in. So even those little synchronistic things that happen, take it in for what it is and see, is that checking a box that you had within your goals, dreams, and desires? Something to consider. All right? Okay, I think that's it. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Happy Wednesday, everyone. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Have a beautiful day.